Hello everyone, and welcome to another instalment of Beyond the Mask, where today we're going to be taking a look at the final moments between Dr. Sam Loomis and Michael Myers before Loomis's passing. The moment held a significant amount of importance for both characters, as the troubled history between the pair finally reached its conclusion, with Loomis seemingly attempting to find closure. The end results of this moment, however, were graphic, disturbing, and likely influenced Loomis's death earlier than it could have potentially been. I'd like to offer some warning, as this episode will contain graphic descriptions of a brutal murder from one of the Halloween novelizations. Before we proceed, I'm looking to begin doing audio work for most of the expanded works from various slasher franchises, with the hopes of allowing you guys to experience some of the elements that weren't transmitted on screen. If this would be something you'd be interested in watching, please comment below and be sure to let me know. With that in mind, sit back and relax as I talk you through Dr. Loomis's final moments with Michael Myers. Dr. Loomis had served as Michael's very own personal psychiatrist following his incarceration at Smith's Grove. Despite numerous attempts to reach him on a human level, Michael continued to remain dormant, empty, much to Dr. Loomis's dismay. The conclusion of Loomis's assessment of Michael was that he was pure evil. Following Michael's escape from Smith's Grove, Loomis petitioned to have Michael executed, believing that nothing would be beneficial keeping him alive. In two timelined events for the Halloween movies, Loomis dies off screen, with the audience unaware of his final moments. This specific information is extracted from the Halloween H2O timeline and serves as the only time Dr. Loomis actually died with Michael by his side. But Michael's brutality knows no bounds, as he extracted a harsh, cruel, violent act of revenge in front of Loomis. So how did this transpire? Did Michael speak during their final moments? The events of 1978 took a huge toll on Loomis. As the years passed and his assessment and obsession of Michael continued, age started catching up with him. He began to feel old and weary, but continued his work in the hopes of providing some kind of closure to the Myers case before he died. Unfortunately for Loomis, he suffered a severe heart attack, prompting his work and assessments to come to an abrupt end. Loomis was moved to hospital to wait out his final days. It was on one eventful night that Loomis awakened from his sleep to find a shape standing above him. "Hello, Michael," he spoke quietly, clearly, refusing to take his eyes away from the window, as his thinking became less clouded. "I was wondering when you would come." He paused for a moment before turning. Stood at the far side of the room was the form of Michael Myers. His coveralls were washed down with the rain and his boots drenched. The mask, however, regained its hideous ability to penetrate. The white visage peered forth at Sam for what seemed like an eternity. There was no movement, not even a tilt of the head. The sound, however, was unmistakable. The slow, aggressive breathing, crudely amplified by the rubber mask. "I remember when it used to be impossible to get your attention. It seems that of late, I am the centre of it. What changed, Michael? What changed?" Myers did not move. Sam felt the weight of those black holes again, and he bowed his head slightly, a glum smile emerging. "I am old now, Michael. The man you first met, the man who spent every day with you, well, in a room not unlike this one actually." Sam looked around the room for a moment, staring at the shapes of the walls with a degree of recognition. "He's not really around anymore. The strength has left him, it seems." His speech was fragmented, but considered. Each simple statement as pure as the thought that spawned it as it could possibly be. No response. We spent a long time together, didn't we? And look at us now. You're wandering around, looking for something, and so am I. I wish I had the ability to step outside myself, so I could look at myself like everybody looks at me. I'd be able to see how ludicrous my obsession was, how pointless my pursuit. Even if I had caught up with you, I know it wouldn't have changed anything. Isn't that the same for you? Do you ever wonder what the point is anymore? Perhaps it is too late now. It certainly is for me. I wonder why you are here. Is it some final Halloween joke of yours? If it is, you're several months early. Perhaps if you told me you were visiting, I'd have timed my heart attack better. Still nothing. Sam's frustration and fear grew as one. Pointless questions began to flow easily, anything to fill the void. Are you here to kill me, Michael? To finish things off? Why didn't you do it earlier? Why wait till now? And then a movement. Myers raised his right hand slightly. In it, he held a large butcher's knife, which suddenly gleamed as another random flicker of light passed outside. Sam stared at the blade, seeing not only the gleam, but the blood that painted it steel. Oh no, Michael. Sam pushed himself forwards. Not again. He shook his head and felt tears sadden up in his eyes. What have you done? Prior to Dr. Loomis's heart attack and prior to the events leading, Dr. Loomis was in an on-off relationship with a woman named Elizabeth Worthington. The news of Loomis's heart attack reached her and she wanted to be by his side. She arrived in Haddonfield, arrived at Loomis's home, only to be abducted by Michael, who was lurking within the shadows, stalking Loomis. By kidnapping Elizabeth, Michael could humiliate Loomis. He could destroy him. That's exactly what he did. In some of the most graphic scenes from the franchise, Michael removed her hands, carved her back, and bound her to a chair. He then displayed her, still unconscious body, inside Dr. Loomis's hospital room as he slept. Following the discovery of Michael in his room and the blood-stained knife in hand, Loomis spotted Elizabeth's body. Elizabeth's eyes scream out to Sam, and from beneath the gag, he hears a muffled cough and splutter. It sounds like she has blood in her throat. Nothing she has experienced could have prepared her for this moment. Nothing at all. She means absolutely nothing to you, Michael. Absolutely nothing. Sam struggles to get to his feet as he feels his heart pounding harder and harder in his chest. It feels like it will explode. Please, I beg you, do whatever you want to me, Michael. Anything at all. Just let her go and leave her alone. Leave everybody alone and go back to hell. His voice rises. He can't even speak anymore. He's shouting, ranting. He's losing control and giving away to madness. Myers moves towards Elizabeth with the blade, and Sam uses everything he has to push himself to his feet. With a single shove, Michael knocks the old man down to the floor, and he feels the pain of the impact through his whole body. His heart pounds harder. Bang, bang, bang. No! Myers moves in on Elizabeth as Sam screams. He slices the blade slowly across her cheek. The bruised white flesh opens up to a stream of red liquid, muscle tissue and cheekbone. Her eyes rotate wildly as she jerks in the chair, unable to do anything but experience the tearing of her flesh. All the time, Myers looks straight at Sam, and Sam stares back at him, powerless yet again. Sam can't hold the stare, and he looks to the horror that even he cannot comprehend as it spins in Elizabeth's eyes. Michael is infuriated. He's demanding Sam's whole attention, and he sees the two friends make eye contact. He grabs Elizabeth's hair and pulls her back, breaking the link between her and Sam, before pushing the tip of the blade against her lower eyelid. Suddenly, he pushes it in, turns it, and pulls it out, gouging and severing the soft eyeball and ripping away her tear duct. Elizabeth, once a dear friend, had become another discarded pawn, a messenger in a way that she could never have imagined. Inside, Sam felt his broken heartbeat, no longer heavy, no longer a heavy bang, but a gentle murmur. A warm glow passed through him, soothing the nerves that he had ached for so many years. The tears trickled down his face, across the tragic glee in his cheeks, and his eyes slowly closed. Sam was finally at rest. Sam Loomis was pronounced dead on the morning of February 2nd, 1995. The story of this obviously continues in Halloween H2O, with Michael eventually discovering Laurie and tracking her down before she would proceed to kill him once and for all. Or so she thought. The conclusion to Loomis and Michael's story is a huge, pivotal moment in any timeline for the Halloween franchise, a moment I wish would have been translated on screen somewhat better than it currently has. And that's it for this video. I hope this has helped provide an in-depth look at Michael and Loomis's final moments. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, he was the boogeyman. As a matter of fact, he was.